Hi Central Fam, welcome to our fifth Sunday of the month video in lieu of being able to get together and have a feast and enjoy stories. This is a little compilation of what's been happening in each of our lives over the last little while. So pour yourself a glass of wine or a cup of coffee or whatever it is, depending on where you find yourself in the day and what's appropriate for you, but enjoy these stories and we'll talk soon.
Hey everyone! So life looks differently for me now that uni's gone all online and my family are all home, living, working and studying at home. So ways that I've been staying sane and having fun is by FaceTiming friends and just getting outside in the sunshine in my backyard and hanging out here, and ways that I've been engaging spiritually is just by putting on worship music and enjoying that. And keeping a positive attitude. So miss you guys and I look forward to seeing you all in the video. Bye.
Alright, so we're staying sane in lockdown by going for a bike ride, getting some exercise. And we're just rowing across the beach. So it's not too bad. Still survive. As long as we just be nice to each other. And here's Lee Man, where is he? He's going to come up behind me. That's it, we're get him in the picture here. There he is. So, give us a wave, Lee. Woo! Hey, enjoying your ride, buddy?
Yep.
Is it good? Give us a thumbs up. Sort of, yeah. All right, folks. Have a good one.
Hi everyone, it's Linda from England. Things didn't turn out for me quite as I had hoped. Everything got cancelled that I had hoped to do and planned to do, and I'm now I've been staying with my niece in the Isle of Wight. She was kind enough to invite me here, and I've been here for a week trying to get a flight home. I've actually got one and I leave today for a big trip home. A bit concerned about doing that trip, but I need to be home with everybody. Fun and sanity. I'm just with Helen. She's hilarious. We get on well and we have lots of laughs. And one emotion that I'm bringing to God is numbness. I don't really know how I feel. Spiritually, I'm going to be locked in a room for 14 days and I'll have silent retreats, so I'm hoping that I can really press in there, and that'll be an interesting time. Just me and God in one room in a hotel. Should be fun. Bye.
G'day everyone, David Fleming here from the Wallandilly Shire. I get to live in the beautiful Tarmore area with a few acres. You can see behind me, gives me lots of opportunity to come outside and not have to interact with anybody. Been spending some time in the bush most days, which is lovely. I've been building up my wood pile for winter. It gets a bit cold up here, so it's been lovely having time to do that. I've been catching up with my CC amigos, Oran, Dan and Kieran, in our small group that's been set up. And keeping sane. I've paraphrased. I don't consider myself socially isolated. Rather, I think I've been temporarily exiled for the good of the realm. That gives me a good reason to spend time alone. Of course, it's not really alone, although I am between jobs. I've had a few interviews postponed, so that's a little unnerving. But in reality, I've been at home where my wife's working at the moment. My two youngest kids are studying uni from home, so there's plenty going on. I've got plenty of people around. I guess I'm feeling a sense of anticipation. I wonder what God is going to have me do in the next little while. I've got to be patient to work that out. And I also have the opportunity to read this book that I have called the Book of Mysteries. Each day it gives me a Hebrew word and it digs deeper into what it actually means and how it all helps me interpret the scriptures in a deeper and more fulfilling way. I hope you're well, and I look forward to a day when we all get to be together in person. Cheers.
Hey guys at Central Church, I just wanted to give you a bit of an update on how things have been going in our lives this last week. Things have drastically changed. We've become homeschoolers. Our workplace has gone from somewhere where we work in intensive care. It's gone from somewhere that we were really comfortable and safe, where we, happy to go to a place where we're in a battlefield, really. We're trying to quadruple our size. We're trying to rally our resources, our equipment. The pressure's on as though we've never seen it before. And it's been really, really tough, to be honest. What have we been doing at home? We have been focusing on having some fun time when we can with the kids. We've set up the basketball ring, the trampoline, the skipping ropes, and we've just been getting out there with kids and having a great time. What am I feeling the most? I'm feeling anxious, of course, and that's been really tough. And I've just been going to God and asking Him to be with me while I feel like this, to anchor me, to ground me, and just get me through. I hope you're all doing well. We love you guys. See ya.
Hey friends, life has changed a fair bit for us, as I'm sure it has for all of you. It's just good to know that we're all in this together. Obviously having the kids at home and learning to live together in a short, small confined space is part of the fun. So we're having our challenges, our ups and downs, and our own economic challenges. But overall, we're, kind of going through different emotions, as I'm sure all of you are, kind of grieving for those that have lost life and that are at risk or have that. So there's a sense of sobriety in that. But at the same time, excited about what this time can mean for us individually as a family, drawing us closer back to the things that really matter. And then also what it could mean for our planet. So it's interesting but exciting times wherever you are and however you're working through this. Love and peace to you guys from the Ringer family. All right, see you.
Our whole lives have changed so much in the last couple of weeks. Our business just grinded to a halt overnight. We're actually working in a call centre at the moment, taking the incoming calls on the government hotlines, helping people navigate information about coronavirus. So, you asked me at the beginning of March if I thought I'd be working in a call centre. Did not see that coming. So we're leaving the house every day, working full-time, night work, as essential workers there. So that's been a huge change of pace, huge new experience. And then we're also trying to keep our business going outside of that. I feel emotionally depleted. My dream has always been to be on house arrest. I love being at home, so the fact that we're having to go out is so ironic this time. And then, I think there's a lot of grief and a big sense of loss, a big sense of shock. I think I'm in a lot of shock. As in Australia, you just never think that it would be illegal to go and sit on the beach for an hour or things like that. It's been a huge emotional adjustment, but we're hanging in there and trying to find the grace and the gratitude in the small things. And I think this is definitely teaching me that, there's good even in hard things.
So, for me, like everyone else in the last 2 weeks, my life has changed because it's become a bit more isolated. The main ways I'm coping with this are scheduling lots of online communication with my friends, including videos with all the guys from work, and spending more time with Soph, just helping her out with this little business she's got going on at the moment. The main emotion I'm feeling is just overwhelmed with everything that's happening. There's just so much information coming in, and it's so easy just to see it all and just not know what to do, not know how to process it. And I really think the main spiritual thing I should be doing is just spending time with God, just reflecting on Him and who He is and how much He loves me, and just to remember that in the end, God loves me, and He always will.
Hello friends, hope you're going well out there. Yeah, thanks for the questions, Luke and Carol. It's good for me to analyze what is actually happening in and around me. And I look forward to hearing from everyone else too. But yeah, the last couple of weeks has been an interesting progression, that's for sure. Yeah, we pulled our kids early from school before it was being suggested to do so. Just kind of realized that we could do that. Our jobs weren't affected, and it could help kind of make more space in classrooms and stuff. And so that was quite an anxious process to do that. Kind of didn't want to be upsetting the system, but it turned out they were more than happy for our kids to be home. That being said, now at this point, it's been 2.5 weeks of kids at home, and it's been, pretty challenging, as I'm sure it is for many in different ways. It's requiring more energy than I have currently. So once that gets depleted, then by the end of the day, things are pretty frayed among us. We find grace in bedtimes, coming back together, getting into some evening centering prayer kind of stuff with the kids to help us just reorientate ourselves has been good. I should probably be doing more of that stuff because it does help me a lot. Also been running, which I don't know how long that's going to last if we end up having to be inside at some point, but while I've been able to, it's been actually really good to start running and pushing my body to places it hasn't been in like 5 years. So that's been giving me some life, I think. Also been doing some songwriting, and hi GB. Doing some songwriting and trying to express some of what's happening. I'm just making a video for Central. Express a bit of what's happening in my life and this world. You want to be in it? Say hi to Central. Yeah. Anyway, I think this was supposed to be 1 minute, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to try this again. I don't know. We'll see what the editors say. Peace and love, and be of good health and cheer.
Hi, how you going? So we've been asked to do a video sharing about how our last week or so has been, and how we've been trying to have fun, trying to include God, trying to basically manage or cope with all the stuff that's been going on in the world. So I thought I'd do a quick little one. So basically, how's the last couple of weeks been for me? So I have really approached it with a very Enneagram 8 7 wing approach, which is all guns blazing, front foot, let's fight this, gloves on, attack it, go for it. I can do this, nothing's impossible, And then I only was able to sustain that for a couple of weeks, and then kind of hit Crash Town on Sunday and had a big ugly cry, went out to the beach, had some God time, did some journaling, and reassessed how I want to do this week. So the juggle between homeschool, working from home, future of income and job uncertainty, family issues, and social distancing, and someone who's often really a people person and socializing a lot, I find social distancing really difficult. Just what that looks like in my day to day. And then the last thing would be also how am I putting self-care into my day and prioritizing that. So I've started back regular exercise, morning meditation, journaling, again, like real proper journaling rather than just the chore of journaling. And I've just taken a huge leap back in my expectations of what I want from what I expect from the girls in terms of homeschool and in terms of myself as their teacher and mum. So I want to be their mum first. I want to create a safe space and also have fun with them and learn how to play again. So yeah, we're trying to do lots of things that are play orientated and being as creative, artistic and fun as possible. Yeah, and so God stuff, I'm probably finding God time the best in the morning, and then I've been exercising in the afternoon, and after the exercising, just taking that time to come down from the exercise and just really be grateful for the things that I've done through the day. I'm grateful for through the day, and just overall reflecting on the positive things before I go to bed. So yeah, just thought that would be my little thing to share, and I hope everyone else is doing well. Definitely important to have a support network and people you can reach out to and just be your ugly cry self with. Thanks guys, bye.
Wash your hands, say your prayer, 'cause Jesus and germs are everywhere.
Hi, Sarah here. I'm going to join in on the conversation from Central. How has life changed? I think like for lots of us it's probably changed quite a bit. We're all at home. Well, the kids and I are trying to work from home, trying to get them to do some schoolwork, trying not to worry about it that much. How am I keeping my sanity? Maybe a bit of that. Maybe a bit of trying to talk to people on Zoom, trying to just keep in touch with people. And lastly, what's the main emotion I'm feeling? Exhaustion, is that an emotion? And a bit of worry. And I guess I'm just taking that to God. Last week I just journaled that I have no idea what's going on, God, and that is unsettling. Hope to see people soon.
Hi everyone, sending love from Warrawong. Fortunately we have quite a few neighbors and townhouses around us, so we can smile and wave and yell to them, which is nice. We are doing school at home, which is really hard and has moments that are fun and good. Baking bread, trying to stay connected to people that that I was supporting through pregnancy, but just keeping up with people via the internet, and yeah, hanging in there. Hope that everyone is doing okay. Missing you all lots.
Hey guys, so what does life look like for me right now? As you'll know, schools are still open, and so my job has become to call around to all the Aboriginal students and see how they're going with online learning. There goes the dog. And so yeah, just seeing how they're going, accessing their learning, making sure they have laptops at home and Wi-Fi and all of that. So strangely, I've actually found myself busier than I normally would be, but thriving just in this environment of kind of chaos. So yeah, just liking that, strangely. But yeah, so in the midst of that, I think the emotion that I feel is like there are people in the world around me suffering and really struggling and finding things hard, but I'm actually not in that space. So it's like putting those two things together and just trying to take what I can to the people around me in their lives. So that's life for me right now, and I will see you guys.
So I feel like for me, one of the biggest things is trying to stay creative while we've been working pretty hard now in the business, and we ended up getting another job. So at this stage, it's a matter of just kind of staying creative, really, and doing anything that we can that's kind of funny or different, making little videos just like this one. But I feel like what I'm really putting up to God is the fact that this is a time to relearn, not just in the business or in what we do, but relearning of who we are as a person. And if you are creative, like just letting loose of that. and being creative in any different way possible. So yeah.
Hello.
So Philippa, what's changed in the last week or so for you?
That I'm not going back to daycare.
Oh yeah. And how have we been able to keep things fun while everything's a bit different?
Playing Guess Who, doing puzzles, doing the lady match game.
Oh yeah. And Philippa, what's something that you like to pray to God about? When you talk to God, what do you like to say? What about?
That I love you so much.
Nice. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Bye.
Hey Central family, hope you're all doing well. Just escaping outside from 4 kids. 2 are finally asleep and 2 are upstairs. I should probably check on them. Doing okay, trying to stay sane by getting outside, going for walks, bike rides. Craig and I trying to be kind to each other, which is testing us a lot. And probably just feeling lots of frustration and other things I just can't do a lot, or wanting to do things and not getting anything done or finished, or I feel like I live in the kitchen all the time, forever, cooking, cleaning. But just trying to take just one day at a time and trying to give all that frustration over to God and see what He wants to do, how He wants to deal with it. And every now and then I just get to take a few deep breaths and close my eyes, and that's been enough, even if it's only been for 30 seconds. I hope you're all doing well. Bye.
Life looks very different for me, like everyone at the moment. I'm now mostly working from home, juggling teaching other kids with a bit of teaching my own. It's kind of partly really nice to be at home more often, and it's partly challenging, obviously, as everyone knows as well. One thing I've been doing to keep sane is I keep on riding my bike. I can go out and ride on my own, so that's just good to be able to still get out and get some fresh air, which is really nice. In terms of my emotional state at the moment, I've found I feel like I'm hyper aware. It's like all my senses are kind of at this higher level than what they would normally be, and I feel like a bit more highly strung, more on edge, even as I follow the news and things. And so I feel like I'm needing to take that to God, and the Jesus prayer has been one of the ways I've been more often doing that. I'd love to lean a bit more into that and find a bit more spaciousness and life that comes with slowing down and leaning into God in prayer.
Hey Central, I hope you're doing well. Let's jump straight in. So question number 1, my life has probably changed to be more calm and simple as I've less on my to-do list and I don't have to worry about going out to different places. Not as many anxieties. Question 2, what am I doing to keep the fun? I've been doing lots of creative things, spending time with my family and my animals, and yeah, just having more time than I usually would, which has been really nice. Third question, one emotion that I've been feeling is probably disappointment, as my interview's been cancelled for working in public schools because of the coronavirus, so it's a little bit disappointing. But I'm bringing that to God by remembering the simple and calm time I have now to just spend time with my family and yeah, do the things that I love that I don't really get to do on a regular basis. So that's all for now. I'm excited to hear everyone else's videos. Bye.
Hello from the Yeomans.
Hello.
Hello. Lots of things have changed, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's been like a complete change, I suppose, for us. It's like the everyday things we were used to doing and sort of taking for granted now are changed, and we no longer can do those. So it's it's just trying to get used to what we can do, and just trying to make the most of that, and try and make it as fun as possible. Even if it involves playing lots of games of Guess Who with Philippa.
Yep. Memory game.
Jigsaw puzzles. So just trying to keep Philippa amused as well. But just like with my job, I'm not sure day to day what's happening. If I'm going to be working from home, and but we just try and make the most of it. And every time we feel a little bit anxious or unsettled, we can sort of seek God and pray, and that helps steer us back in the right direction and gives us more confidence that someone's looking out for us, and we then sort of feel a lot more better. I feel better for that. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Bye.
Hi. Just quickly, life has changed for me in the last week or two. I'm, isolating, and the introvert part of me is not hating it, but every other part of me is missing everyone around me, which sucks, basically. What am I doing to keep fun and sane, or as sane as I can get, really? I'm focusing a lot of my energy into my business and all the energy that I have left over after I finish work. I'm still working at the moment, so I'm doing that and then working on my business, hanging out with Dan, just doing fun stuff together. Trying not to focus on the news and negative things that make us overthink, everything about what's happening. The emotion that I'm feeling right now, I always feel more than one emotion. It's just part of who I am. So on top of all the other emotions that I already feel, I am just feeling overwhelmed and bombarded by everything I'm hearing, which is hard and just exhausting. And so, I'm trying as hard as I can to just not overthink this whole process and give it up to God, because He knows what's happening. He has a plan for what's happening, and just trying to put my faith in Him and know that at the end of it all that He still loves us, and just follow it.
And so for me, the biggest change, I guess, is that my work has been severely impacted from this outbreak. 95% of our workforce has been stood down for 2 months without pay. I'm one of the lucky 5% that actually still have my job, though I'm doing a lot of extra responsibilities and some extra hours at probably a bit of reduced pay as well, so there's an impact there. The kids have been at home for nearly 2 weeks now, and Funga's been looking after them and doing the homeschool thing, so I think we're all a bit worn out and stressed and over being stuck at home. How I'm feeling, a bit frustrated with all of this, a bit sad as well, just seeing so many staff without their jobs, and when a lot of them had to get stood down, that was really tough to do as well. I suppose I feel a little bit angry about that as well, but I'm also hopeful, and I think I'm learning to appreciate some of the small things as well. And so like even just having a job, even just some of the small little changes that we see coming through as things progress, and anything that works in our favour, we're very thankful for. Thankful for the technology that we have, that we can still stay connected. I'm talking to God, I'm praying to Him about this, and I'm just trusting that what happens is in His control, and that's kind of what I'm holding on to. So don't think I'm angry with God or anything like that, but I'm holding on to hope, and hoping that we'll get through this sooner rather than later.
Hi church family, here's me having a go at a video. To answer the questions that Luke put to us, what's changed for us in the last week? Well, obviously, like everybody, spending more time at home. I've for people that know, I've had some ongoing medical issues and pain, but they found a resolution with a bit of God's provision for a good surgeon and an early appointment, and I'm getting in for surgery tomorrow. What else is new for us is some new tech using, making videos to start with, but using Zoom. So we had our church board meeting via Zoom the other day, and have been using Zoom to get together with some friends who have wanted to pray for some healing over me, and that's been a bit of a challenge for me, but it's also pushed me more into pressing into God and checking up on the Word as to what it says about healing and God's provision. Also, something that's changed for us is we've had new windows put in the front of our house, and so you can now see out the front, and it's psychologically given us a nice sense of connectedness to the outside world. So it's that's been a blessing. What do we do to keep fun in our lives? Oh, Cheryl inflicts on me a daily game of this. That's good fun too, because I beat her sometimes. And emotion, I think the emotion most recently from me is one of gratitude. The Bible reading today was about us being treasure in clay jars. So we're afflicted but not crushed, perplexed but not in despair, persecuted but not abandoned, struck down but not destroyed. It comes from 2 Corinthians 4. And I'm just grateful to God for being the foundation under us at this time when everything else seems like shifting sand.
Hi everyone. Life has changed a lot the last week. I'm a university student and uni's on break because everything's going remote, and my work at the cinema has stopped because cinemas have been closed. So really I've been doing a lot of time at home, which is fun because I get to engage with church online because I don't usually get to attend church physically anyway, so this has been really great. Yeah, I've found it a bit too easy to have fun. I've got games, I've got Netflix, and I think that the emotion that's been coming up for me is a lot of restlessness and avoidance. I haven't been doing the things that I need to do for uni and for myself and for connecting with God, and I think that really I'm just finding myself talking to God and going, I need help with this because there are a lot of distractions at home for me. But yeah, I think it's a hard time, but staying positive and enjoying the online church presence.
Hello, Central Church. This is Marilee. I guess I'll speak for myself and Laurel a bit. How has life changed for us? Life hasn't changed too much. I'm still going to work. Laurel's staying home, but the kids are staying home with us now too, keeping them home from school just because we can. By keeping the fun, we're trying to get them outside every day. All of us keeping active, going for a walk, playing soccer, which the kids are doing right now, or going to the beach while remaining socially isolated. Some emotions, I think the emotion I'm feeling is just overwhelming pressure with the homeschooling and the work and everything. And how I'm coping with it is to just not have any expectations and just take each day and each moment as it comes. And yeah, that's it.
Hello, Central Church. This is Cheryl.
And Al. Hello, everybody. How are you? We're in our kitchen here. The big event is planning what we're going to have for tea. So they're the big moments in the day, what we're going to eat. I'm sure you're experiencing similar emotions.
Tonight, we're actually having leftovers. Okay, so how has life changed for us? Well, we don't have a routine anymore because we did certain things on certain days. And I guess we've been doing a lot of work in the garden and enjoying being out in the fresh air because the weather's been perfect.
Sort of like a holiday, really. We don't have to go to church and we don't have to go to any YWAM meetings. So we're just at home enjoying life, gardening. I do a lot of mowing.
So far so good, because who knows what it's going to be like soon.
Yeah.
We're 59 seconds up. Okay.
God bless everybody.
So, all right. Okay, that'll do. Bye.
Hey guys.
Okay.
You're already going.
Oh.
Hey guys. How has our life changed in the last week? Well, living with 15 people means that you can be kind of creative in what you do. Social distancing has been brought to a whole new level.
Whole new level.
Yep.
As you can see.
When we go out for walks, we space between 5 of us, so it makes quite a long train.
Yeah, like ants marching, I think.
Yeah.
Ants. Pretend we don't know each other, but really we're just walking at a distance.
For optics.
Yeah.
And we've been playing lots of games.
Too many.
We started a puzzle.
Cameraman.
We've been reading a book. Oh yeah, we're reading The Hiding Place together.
Yeah.
Out loud. That's pretty fun.
Watching movies.
Watching
Yeah,
movies.
Watching movies.
So as you can see, life is a lot different.
So I hope you found that interesting and enlightening, and that we each got to know a little bit more about what else is happening in the life of our community at Central. So I just encourage you just to take a moment now, while those images and thoughts are fresh in your mind, just to pray for the people that you've just heard from, and for us as a community, just to hold each other in our walks in life and with God and with each other. So thanks, guys.